Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoot Brunson.
And I am S. Foster.
Excuse me, and this is the Viewers Anonymous podcast where we give you our very own reviews and takes of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. Brother man, welcome back. What's going on with
Man, I'm all right, man. I know I said something on the last pod that we did, and I was just saying I had some stuff going through. But like when it comes to me, like I don't really like to speak on certain things because it'd be
you?
like if shit don't go according to plan, it'd be like I
That's the
done
worst.
said some shit and it did, you know what I'm saying?
That's the
So
worst.
so basically the reason we've had this big layoff is it's really been, what I'm saying, all on me. But basically the news was, what I'm saying, I sold my house. I'm saying the first
Mhm.
time, I was a first time homeowner and the first time selling a house. So I sold my house, man. The closing date was last Wednesday on the third, right before 4th of July. So you know what I'm saying? So that's what the big news was. And so I had, what I'm saying, to move the week before because I had to be, what I'm saying, out of the house or whatever. So I moved that weekend before and then I closed on the selling on the third and then I was off for the next 5 days. So you know what I'm saying? I took me a little trip out of town. I had to get out for a minute, man. I had to get out for a minute,
Absolutely.
man. And so that's basically what we've had this layoff for. I've been meaning to post stuff, man, on the page, but
Mhm.
it's just been so much going on with a lot of I've been building a lot of furniture, you know what I'm saying, trying to get settled in and all that type
Yeah.
stuff. Been trying to get my kids registered in the school, but the dude gonna take the vacation after the 4th of July week. So I still ain't still ain't able to get them registered in this into that new school yet. But man, it's been a whirlwind of like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Um but I've been wanting to put, give some content to the people, man. I definitely been thinking about the pod a lot. But just glad to be back. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Live. You know what I'm saying? Even speaking with you, man. Like we had a phone call one day. We was like, man, I just ain't talked to my dude in a minute, man, because it just
Absolutely. 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 Had to call and check up. Like, what's going on, man? Update me. Update me.
yeah, man. Because it just, I mean, because I don't think people really realize. I don't know if they think about it in this type of way, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? We do this twice a week,
Yep.
so it's like it's normalcy to, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, to be sitting in front of you and talking and everything.
Yep.
So I think that's another thing, man. I think that this honestly, dude, this may help my sleep tonight because I have
That's
not
what's
been
up.
sleeping well since I moved into this apartment. So it's like, being able to get back to, what I'm saying, normal life, doing the pod, getting the content in, looking forward to, putting this podcast out to the world and also getting back to the socials because I haven't even really been posting anything because I really haven't had anything to post really. So it's like I said, it's been a whirlwind of 2 weeks. Going through this process, man. I also want to shout out my dude, man. I want to shout out my dude Nate. I've known Nate for over 20 years, man. We went to high school together and he graduated a year or two after I did. But he was the person that was my realtor that actually sold my house, man. So I want to thank him for the job that he did because he made this as really as stress free as possible. You know what I'm saying? He did everything humanly possible to, what I'm saying, to put my house out there. I had a lot of showings. We was able to sell my house within like 40 days. So I needed some other stuff done. He got it done for me. So man, I just want to shout out Nathaniel Goddard, man, for helping me, through this whole process of selling the house and everything. But yeah, man, that was part of the reason, man, of this big layout, man. So
Hmm.
but but I'm back, you know what I'm saying? Back in the
You said
lab,
his
man.
name is Nathaniel Goddard.
Yes.
He from there?
Yeah.
That's dope. It's a nigga named Nate Goddard from here. Uh, that played with the. I think it was him. It might have been his brother, but Nigga played with the Giants and won the Super Bowl.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, might be his brother though.
Nah, this one. Well, he got 5 siblings, but I don't think it's.
No,
I
no,
don't
no. I'm
think
talking
that's one of
about
his.
the. I'm talking about the one from here. I'm talking about the one from here.
Oh.
Yeah, I grew. I
But
grew up with his. I grew up with because it's four of them. So I grew up with. I think that he the third youngest. No, I'm sorry. He the third oldest. But um, me and him played pee wee football together,
oh,
and
okay.
his the youngest brother, like the baby brother, he went to school with my little cousins and them, so they all end up being cool.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. I graduated with Nate oldest brother. Well, his older brother. I don't know if he's the oldest, but his me and his brother graduated together, and
Yeah.
he was like, I think he was 2 years below me.
Okay.
But like, yeah, man. So, that's also one of those. I don't care what y'all say, man. You know what I'm saying? He made some bad decisions, but he's still my guy. But like Drake said, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather get that. Well, it wasn't 15%. Because the realtor got 6%
Hmm.
of the selling, and I'd rather get at the 6% to somebody I fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
Straight facts.
yeah, so that was one good thing that I wasn't just giving 6% to somebody that I didn't know. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Wasn't
Yeah.
like so that was also another cool thing. But also, man, I think that the selling process went a whole lot easier than the buy.
Hmm.
I know there's different requirements and all that type shit, but it's a different world, man. I mean, when you've been renting all your life, you know what I'm saying, it's different, and
Yeah.
it's like when you know what I'm saying, but when it switches over to that mortgage shit, it's like, oh shit, this is different.
Hell yeah.
So but yeah, man. But yeah, so that's been the layout, man. Hopefully, we're gonna be able to be back on schedule. You know what I'm saying, putting this content out because it's
Hmm.
also been weird not having any new pods
Man,
because like I
hey
got a
man,
schedule when you know what I'm saying.
I know. Listen, I've been going through it, man. I had to fix my setup on my Xbox because I stream video games every now and then, which I got to get way
Mhm.
more consistent at. But I was playing Madden, and somebody had hit me up and was like, "Yo, like, what I'm saying, do you still stream and all this other stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, every now and then." It's mainly because I gotta find a game to stream, but outside of that, like, it really ain't no other reason for me not to do it. But I fixed my setup, and for the people out there who like streaming video games and all that, and or you thinking about streaming video games, there is a way that you can do it, and you don't need to have a computer or a whole setup or none of that other stuff that you see a lot of these streamers do. You can do it straight from your Xbox. So that's what I ended up doing. I took my webcam, connected it to my Xbox. Um, I was thinking about getting my old mic and connecting it to it too, but I got to get another pair of headphones and some other shit. But for right now, what I'm saying, like, I got a headset and all that shit. Man, let me tell you something. You talking about the easiest setup I've ever put together. It's all
Mhm.
plug and play. All plug and play. That's it.
Okay.
Greatest feeling in the world, bro. All plug and play. Got that shit out the way. I streamed a couple times while we was off. Wasn't nothing fancy, but man, I got my groove back in Madden, and that
Okay.
felt great. That felt real good. That felt real good. You know what I'm saying? But shit, outside of that, just I've been chilling, man. Been chilling, working on my car. You know what I'm saying, and working. And that's it.
Man, I feel you, man. I just been working and putting shit together, man. Like I said, I
Yeah.
put my last thing. I had to put a dresser together yesterday. That's the last thing I had to put together. So now, you know what I'm saying? I'll be able to now I can chill for the most part.
Hmm.
But it's been an eventful last 2 weeks. I can say that for the least. But I was able to, from time to time. I did catch some new content, which you know what I'm
Okay.
saying we was gonna speak about throughout this podcast. But I've been able to catch some things here and there, man, and
Yeah.
it's been it's some stuff, man. It's some stuff out there. I will say that it's definitely some
Absolutely.
stuff out there.
So
So
I was able to catch a few new pieces of content as well. Um, but before we get there, bro, before we get there, you know what I'm saying? We got to talk about this Blade situation. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Another director has given up and said, I cannot do this. I'm getting nervous. I'm getting real nervous. We haven't had anything from the MCU in quite a while. Um, I know they came out with the whole timeline at the convention and to do all that other stuff. So like that part, we know, you know what I'm saying? At least we know what's coming out here and there. But it's like
Hmm.
I haven't seen TV shows. I haven't seen like anything new on the Marvel front for a while now. And I'm getting nervous because I don't know if they can leave off for this long and pick that steam back up. And well, I'm sorry, I take that back because Deadpool is coming out. But that's not, I don't think that's necessarily fully Marvel though.
Hmm.
I think that's in like conjunction with Sony or something like that because it got something to do with the X-Men. And I don't know too much about that deal. I've been trying to look into that as a matter of fact. Um, because I know like now they did like a partnership with Sony or something like that, or did a some type of deal with Sony where they was able to get Spider-Man, and then now they can use like X-Men and all that. So hopefully
Hmm.
that should be coming soon. Um, I was able to watch X-Men 97. Fantastic, by the way. You know what I'm saying? They picked up right where the old school X-Men show left off, and I thought that was good. Uh Man, I really just been going back and just rewatching certain movies. Um, but what really brought me to the Blade point was I watched Eternals, and at the end of Eternals, um, the dude that was I forgot what the girl name is now. Um, it ain't Circe, it's something else. But the dude that was dating one of the Eternals, he's supposed to be in the new Blade movie. That was the
Oh,
setup for
okay.
his character to be in the new Blade movie. And I'm like, yo, hearing this news, like, what the fuck does this mean for you know what I'm saying, like the future of Marvel? Because like this seems like the only movie that they can't get done. And it's something is going on that we don't really know that they haven't put out yet, but it's like they can't get this movie done. This is what the second or third director already?
I I I think it's the third, if I'm
That's
not
crazy.
mistaken. And I don't know if well, I will say this before I get started because you said something about the MCU. I saw the new trailer for the new Captain America, so I watched that today. I think the trailer actually came out today, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I missed it.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, that's gonna come out in February.
Ah, see,
So
that's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, and so I saw that today, but I think it's interesting, man, because I don't know if it seems like to me, it seems like it's the script. I
Yeah.
don't know if like the directors are like, yo, like I don't like this part, or I don't know if it's a situation where whoever wrote the script is like leaning like I don't know if they're trying to create like a whole new story because it's not Wesley Snipes,
Hmm.
or if it's that they're trying to stay with the story and they're like, yo, we need a new story because this ain't Wesley. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what's going on here, but like for three directors to completely leave the script, it feels like well not script, but they're leaving this movie. I feel like it's the script. I could be
It might
wrong,
be.
but that's just the feeling that I got, and I don't know if if like the people just can't agree and they just get to the
Hmm.
point where like, yo, I can't do this no more. They're like, look, I like I don't know if the directors are like this script is not good enough or it need to be tweaked or this need to be changed or whatever. And the people who wrote it is like, no, this is what we want. and they're like, yo, I can't work, under these conditions or whatever. But it is very concerning because it's interesting when you take a character like Blade, where we've
Mm-hmm.
seen three Blade movies, and it's always been Wesley.
Mm-hmm.
And then not only that is the significance of what Blade is, because we talked about before, if it wasn't for Blade, we wouldn't have any of this Marvel shit going on because Marvel was going
Yeah.
into bankruptcy. So Blade is the one movie that really kicked all this shit off.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, I don't know if I don't know, man. I'm stuck on it's the script. I can't think of any other explanation that it could be of why three people is dropping out of this movie. Because I don't think it's Mahershala Ali.
I don't
I
think it's
don't
none of the
think.
actors either. I'm gonna be honest with you, and it might not even be the script. I honestly think that ever since Disney had acquired Marvel, I think that's been the problem. I think that's been the biggest problem with Marvel is the fact that Disney has acquired Marvel. Because if you look at that whole first, I think those first four phases, like, and it might not even be the whole fourth phase. It might be half of the fourth phase. But those first four phases that we went through, I don't think Disney had them yet. And I think Disney got them after, either they got them after Infinity War or before Infinity War.
Okay.
Around that time is where everything you started to see like shit go downhill. Like Black Widow. I forgot what happened with Black Widow, but some shit happened with that. That was supposed to be an origin story that's supposed to been had happened. Then
Yeah,
they
because
pushed it
what?
back,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
Corona happened.
yeah. Because it was so stupid because
Yeah,
the movie
she
came
had
out
just
after she
died.
died.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly. So
it's like what the fuck, man?
yeah,
Like
so it
all of
was,
the steam was gone.
yeah, it was weird as fuck with that. And then they were supposed to do a show with Daredevil that never happened. And then I'm trying
Are
to
you
think.
meaning a new season?
No, a whole different. It's a whole different show that
Oh,
they got.
so away from the Netflix version of Daredevil that they
No,
did.
it's the same. It's the same actor. Um, it's the same actor, but this is supposed to be a totally different setup from whatever Netflix was doing. So
Okay,
it's a continuation, but it's going to be different because it's gonna
gotcha.
have other people in it. And then like I know Ironheart is supposed to come out, but then it was like we got all that out the way, and then Black Panther 2 had dropped. Thor: Love and Thunder had dropped. Um, Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness had dropped. The Spider-Man movie had dropped, and it was like, don't get me wrong, it might have been just Marvel fatigue, but it just seemed like none of those movies really hit the way it was supposed to. Even like Black Panther 2. For me, I felt like Black Panther 2 was more of a Namor movie than it was the Black Panther movie.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like they focused way more on Namor than they were supposed to focus on Shuri being the new Black Panther.
yeah,
So I mean, like I don't know where they was going with the direction of that. I know them introducing Namor was something, but I mean, like you can't really get too much going in on that shit. I'm be honest with you. Like we get it, this nigga nice, but bro, nobody gives a fuck about Namor, bro. Like if you, I'm just being completely honest with you. Like if you never read a comic book a day in your life, and they brought this like Namor nigga on screen, you was like, yo, who is this Spanish Aquaman?
with
Like,
wings on his feet.
yeah, like why is Spanish Aquaman on the screen right now? Like you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like it just I it didn't make sense to introduce him the way that they did, and it's other characters that they could have used, you know what I'm saying, to add to the story. But I thought it was okay, I guess, because the whole point of him being in there is like in the comic books, Wakanda and Atlantis go at it. So like that's a whole thing in the comics. So I understood why they did that, but it's like I don't know, man. It don't seem like they got the same fire that they had in the beginning, like when all this shit was going down. Cause like when all this shit was going down, that's all everybody cared to fuck about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now it's like they letting Doctor Strange lead shit, and nobody gives a fuck about Doctor Strange.
man. I told you when, yeah, we did that movie. We did Multiverse of Madness.
Hmm.
I just feel like I'm getting fatigued with all of the multiverse shit. It's
Absolutely.
like it's too much. It's like once they got into this whole, once you get all the Infinity Stones, you can change shit. It's
Hmm.
like they just, that's the new road we're taking. Everything is
But
multiverse.
now, see, this is the thing. I think you can do the multiverse thing because the multiverse thing is like the one thing that I do fuck with Marvel is everything stays true somewhat to the comics, right? For the most part, at least. They change some shit for movies, but for the most part, everything stays true to the comics. So even the fact that it's a whole multiverse thing, we already seen that with the Spider-Man animated movie that they did. You know what I'm saying? Into the Spider Verse shit. We seen that. So that was kind of like a foretelling of what's about to happen in the rest of the shit. And then they then turned around and created the whole different, you know what I'm saying, different Doctor Stranges and all this other shit, which it made sense for him to do it, of course. But they could have did like some shit where, for instance, like I think the main continuity of Marvel, I think, is Earth 616, and that's the one that is like canon to everything. Then like you can go to other universes and it'll be different shit happening, right?
Mhm.
So with that, I think that's how they could have played it out. Like with the Eternals and all that shit already happening and everything, we still don't even got an answer to the fucking giant thing that was coming out the fucking Earth at the top of the Antarctica. So we still don't even know what the fuck going on with that. And there's been a bunch of movies, you know what I'm saying, since then. So we don't know what's going on with that. I know they put out Madam Web, which to me was pointless. I don't know why the fuck they put that shit out. Because it's like the the Spider-Man dude that was in, yeah, the Spider-Man dude that was in Madam Web is like Spider-Man 2099 or whatever. He's supposed to be like the futuristic version of Spider-Man. I'm like, there's no point in this nigga even popping up in this movie. He's supposed to be a bad guy in this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we supposed to be getting another Venom. I think another Venom is dropping soon.
It is, but dude, I don't know, man. That I watched the last, because there's two out, right, and there's the third one coming.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Just the route that they took the, you know what I mean. I get it, going the comedy route. I get
Hmm.
it, but it's like, I don't know, man. And I don't think that it's Tom Hardy. I think it's how the Venom person is portrayed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, I don't
Goofy.
know. I haven't really enjoyed them. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they said this third one's supposed to be the last one. I
I hope
think.
so. I hope
Yeah,
so.
I'm with you.
I hope after this one, the next time we see Venom is fighting fucking Spider Man like he's supposed to be. I'm sick
Yeah.
of this another thing that I got with these motherfuckers too. I'm sick of them turning every fucking character into an anti-hero, bro. We don't need that. We don't need that. They did it enough in the comics. Cool. It was a at least maybe like a 3-4 year period. Excuse me. 3-4 year period in the comics where like they was turning just random characters into anti-heroes. And that
Yeah.
shit was just like it was fucking everything up. Like they turned Blade into an anti-hero. Deadpool was already an anti-hero. They turned Wolverine into an anti-hero. They turned fucking uh just a bunch of different fucking characters. Like Ghost Rider, he ended up being an anti. I'm like, what in the fuck are these people supposed to be like? Are they good or bad? Like, pick one.
Yeah,
Like, you need the anti-heroes every now and then, but like even them turning Venom into an anti-hero is crazy as fuck to me.
he's a fucking like specimen. Like he's an alien. Like
But he's supposed to be a fucking villain.
exactly. It's like from my interpretation of Venom, you know what I'm saying, from watching
Mhm.
Spider-Man 3, once that black shit get on you, it's an evil version of you. Like, why is he going around? He just hungry and funny and saving shit. Like, why?
See, that's what I'm
It
saying.
don't make any sense. Like, I don't
None at
get.
all. None at all.
Yeah, I don't get what they're doing. Like, I think Marvel got too comfortable with the money, and
Mhm.
I think that they get. I hate to say this, but it just feel like they got too cute.
It's the
Where it's like,
Disney. I'm telling you, ever since Disney got in on this shit, bro, none of this shit is making sense. Like, remember in I forgot. I think it was the second it might not even been a Venom movie. It might have been something different. But it's like a extra cut scene at the end where Venom is
I know what you're talking
watching
about.
where he
Yeah, he was in
watching
a bar. Yeah,
yeah, and they talking
that
about
was
Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh,
Was it
what
the
was
last
that?
Spider-Man?
Or was it the Multiverse of Madness?
Might have been. It might have been. It might have been. Now that you say that, because I forgot Spider-Man was in that too.
Yeah,
See, that's what I'm saying. And then didn't know, and then yeah, that's right, because he made everybody forget who he was. So he was it, and then like the filter on the screen changed colors and shit. It was weird. But he seen Spider-Man, and then he was supposed to be like going after Spider-Man or whatever. Or he said something like, I don't know, maybe next time or some shit, whatever it happened. They hyped us up to get Venom versus Spider-Man, or at least them in the same movie together, which I thought would have been the whole point of the Carnage part, where Carnage come, he tears shit up, Venom need help, Spider-Man pop up, and they whoop his ass together. You know what I'm saying? That's
hmm
it. Kind of happened in the comics. It made sense to do it in the movie, but that ain't how it went. Plus, I didn't like Woody Harrelson being Carnage either.
yeah, I ain't like that
Wasn't a
either.
fan of that. Wasn't a fan of that at all. But I don't know, man. As far as this Blade shit going, bro, I think it's gonna be a real tough time doing this, only because it's only so much you can do with a vampire hunter, right? And especially if you're making a standalone movie and you're not adding nobody else in it. Where I think they really fucked up was they did Morbius as a standalone movie.
That
And
shit was not good.
oh, Jared Leto, my hate for him continues. My hate for him continues. He
That shit
fucked up the
was
Joker.
not.
This nigga fucked up Morbius.
Jared Leto wasn't it? He was in Joker.
Yeah, Suicide
Oh,
Squad.
yeah,
Yeah,
Suicide Squad. That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
trash, trash. 3 minutes on screen, worst 3 minutes I've ever seen in my life. Horrible, bro. Horrible. I hated seeing just the way he looked. Like he had tattoos and shit. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Why they have this gang banging Joker on here? I wasn't a fan of it.
Hey, he had a silver teeth and shit, the silver
Yeah,
grill.
they got a grill. I'm like, man, get this nigga out of that shit was ass, bro. Ass, bro. It's like the like if I'm rating Joker from like worst to best, it's fucking Jared Leto, Joaquin Phoenix, the I'm about to say Caesar Romero, but I don't think that's his name. It might be his name actually. Caesar Romero, who was in the old '60s
Yeah, yeah,
TV show.
60, 70, yeah.
Yeah, him, and then it's Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson for me.
See, I flipped those two, but
Yeah,
we've talked
Jack
about that
Nicholson
before.
to me is the best Joker ever. Heath Ledger played a hell of a Joker. Don't get me wrong. He definitely did his thing as the Joker, but Jack Nicholson's Joker is goated, bro. Go. The nigga came down in the parade dancing to a Prince song, shooting shit with a long ass 6 shooter, and shit was crazy. Long nose 6 shooter. You know what I'm saying? So I
I'm not
respect
mad
that.
at it, man. I'm not
Yeah,
mad at it because I did like Jack as the Joker, but you know what I mean. But I think that's just like the dark side in me of liking the Heath Ledger one a little bit more
yeah.
because it was more of a serious character, and
But
also,
that's what the movie and you know what I'm saying called for too, which I do appreciate the fact that knowing Christopher Nolan's work like beforehand and then seeing like going back and rewatching these his version of the Batman movies, a perfection. He didn't miss.
oh no, 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 he
He
definitely
didn't miss.
didn't. He definitely didn't. But yeah, like but I guess to in closing, man, like yeah, I don't know necessarily what the issue is. I do feel I think the only person, just in my opinion, that can save this Blade thing,
Mhm.
I think they got to call Wesley, man. I think they need
You
to
know
bring him
what?
in, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I kind of agree with you, but I don't.
But not to play the part. I'm saying
You
as a
talking about as a
producer,
consultant?
yeah, as a consultant producer type of thing.
You know who
To
else I
what?
think they need to bring in
Who's that?
after seeing what he did with Black Panther? Ryan Coogler. Let Ryan Coogler do this shit.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that either.
That would be listen. That shit would be amazing, bro. That would really
Yeah,
be. I think Ryan Coogler could do that.
like him directing it and Wesley Snipes being a producer on this thing. I
That
think
shit would
that
be all
that can
time.
be the thing that can really bring this shit together because
Yeah.
he got so much insight. Did 3 movies. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? He's the originator of this shit. Like I think that he could come in and either what I'm saying help with a story, or
Hmm.
maybe there was a storyline that was brought up that they ended up not taking that direction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Spice it up a little bit. I think that Wesley could be the him, and you're right, Ryan. Or even maybe not Ryan, maybe if Gary Gray could come in and
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like if you got somebody who had more of a hip hop background, or more of a like connected
which
background
which he
with the
does.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that it could possibly they can get something together that's gonna be dope. Because if you watch the Black Panther movies, like them shits are so intricate as far as like being connected to what they supposed to be connected to. Like if you go back and watch Black Panther, the music was on point. The
Hmm.
excuse me, the shots was on point. Even just the fact that like they going from fucking Wakanda to Oakland.
Yep.
Like you never would have thought in a million years you was gonna see Oakland in a Marvel movie, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that type shit. Or even just like the way that they set everything up with the second Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Like even bringing in, you know what I'm saying, Namor and all them. Like they still kept it true to what the, you know what I'm saying, like the first one was doing. And I think like if you get somebody like that to, you know what I'm saying, to work with, you know what I'm saying, Mahershala Ali and add those elements into it, bro, you can create magic with that.
I'm with you. I'm with you. And you want to know something else? Since we're talking about Marvel, um, and I guess that because Marvel and Disney linked up, so all this
Mhm.
Netflix shit is done. Now, what they did do, if I'm not mistaken, they took all of those shows that was on Netflix
Yeah, and
and
Disney
put them
Plus.
on there. But I wouldn't be mad to get another Luke Cage. You know what I'm saying? Season what? It
Three.
would be what, four, three, or
That'd be
I
three.
wouldn't be mad. I'm not mad at we only got one episode, one season of the Defenders. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, they
Bring
cooked
back.
that shit.
I mean, it wasn't terrible. Like the only person I thought what's that motherfucking name? Iron Fist. I
Yeah.
thought Iron Fist was cool. I thought Jessica
Fire.
Jones was cool. The only one I really didn't fuck with that much was Daredevil.
Well, yeah, you gotta be into that though. I'm with you on that. You gotta be into Daredevil. If you ain't into Daredevil, you ain't gonna really fuck with it.
Yeah, and like the only reason I even cause see like so I was into cause see I started I started kind of backwards. Like I watched Luke Cage first, and then I saw that Jessica Jones was in there, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit. So then I had to go back. So I watched Jessica Jones, and then I watched Iron Fist, and then
Mhm.
Defenders came out. I was like, oh shit. And I saw that Daredevil was in it. So then I had to hold off. Then I had to watch Daredevil,
Yeah.
and then I watched Defenders. And like it's like they gotten away from a lot of the thing because I remember when Luke Cage came out. I mean that shit hit like a storm. I'm talking about
Mhm.
everybody. Social media was going crazy about Luke Cage,
Mhm.
and it's like that fire is just gone. And you may be like 1,000% right. It's like ever since they got with Disney, it's like nothing has felt the same.
Not at all. And you want to know what though? They could have saved Defenders for like a later time, and they could have brought Heroes for Hire out and just had Luke Cage and Iron Fist and that shit, and it still would have been just as good.
Yeah,
Cause I ain't really
yeah.
care for the Jessica Jones shit like that.
The only reason I thought Jessica Jones was cool was because I think it was just the fact of like just like how fucked up she was as a person,
Yeah.
and I think that that kind of brought a little light to that character because you saw the flaws. You know what? She was in a way, like like a Homelander. You know what I'm saying?
Hell nah.
Like, I'm just saying, like she's like a strong ass hero, but she just well, you know what? And no, let me rephrase that. She was more like I know we're not going down this road today, man. We're not going down this road today.
Okay, I'm listening.
She was more like a Hancock, right?
There you go. There you go.
She was more
There
like
you
a
go.
Hancock where she fucked up a
You
lot
know
of shit.
what? The inverted version of Hancock, absolutely.
Yeah, so
She
it's
just couldn't
like
fly.
wait a minute. No wait, no she couldn't fly. No, she was just strong as fuck.
Yeah, she's just strong as fuck. But no, you are absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? A drunk, tough
Yep.
ass superhero. Yeah,
Yeah.
in an
Yeah, that's
interracial
exactly what
relationship. That was
yeah.
the inverse. Yes, absolutely. You know what? That's a great fucking analogy. That's a great comparison. Now that I think about it, that really is exactly what that was. She was woman Hancock.
Yep. Yep. That's what it was. But look, so I want to take a little detour real quick.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Get away from Marvel for a minute. So you said you haven't yet, so I'm not gonna go like deep into it. But
Hmm.
so I watched I was able to watch in this timeout. Oh, what's the name of it?
Apple.
Beverly Hills Cop,
Oh, Beverly
Axel
Hills.
F.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. First of all, let me get this out of the way. Anything they would have done would have been better than Beverly Hills Cop 3
Okay.
because that shit might have been like one of the worst movies to ever come out. Was fucking Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Yeah.
But I gotta say this. First of all, he's a legend,
Hmm.
one of the funniest stand-up comedians we've ever seen. One
Facts.
of the most talented dudes we've ever seen.
Facts.
But the last few movies that I have seen, which is you people, he was cool.
No, he was hilarious
Nah,
in You People, bro.
nah,
Yes, bro.
they my only issue with you people is I think that they went just way too far into the race thing.
That's what made it. Okay. I'm glad you said that. To me, that's what makes it funny, right? Because he's supposed to be like this super ultra like power to the people, like all the way down, like black power dude, and his daughter is dating this white dude who is like the complete opposite of him, but still fucks with hip hop, like fucks with hip hop heavy. So it's like the whole time you're watching this, you at least to me, I laughed because I'm like they have a commonality. Like there's something there that they have that they can connect to. They just ain't got to it yet because he too stubborn to, you know what I'm saying? Like let him get to that point, and then because he's being stubborn, he, you know what I'm saying? he's like, bro, I don't give a fuck about this motherfucker for real, bro. Like, this my girl dad, but I really don't fuck with dude. So I thought like that shit made it fun. Like even when they were sitting in the restaurant and it was him, the daughter, and the son, and they was all sitting together and shit.
Oh,
And
the Roscoe's.
yeah, like that scene, hilarious, bro. Fucking hilarious.
No, don't get me wrong. Like they definitely had its funny moments.
Mm-hmm.
I was just speaking on the performance, well, the comedic performance of Eddie Murphy. I just seen him funnier. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, yeah.
Then I think about, okay, so then you look at coming to, the new coming to America. It was just like, you know what I'm saying?
I
The
give
shit
him a pass
didn't,
on that.
you know what I'm saying? But it didn't slap really.
Nah,
And-
I give him a pass on it because it technically wasn't his movie. I mean, it's his movie, but it wasn't about him. It was supposed to be about his son, played by what's the nigga name? Jesse something. Is that him?
I don't remember his name. I know you're talking about, but I
The
don't
nigga
remember
that
his
played
name.
in fuck. He played in a bunch of fucking movies. But he was the nerd in the Blackening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's the times.
Mhm.
I just feel like it ain't as fun as it used to be. I don't know
I
if it's the
mean,
script.
it's Beverly
It's
Hills Cop, man. It
well,
ain't gonna be that
hold
fun.
on, wait a minute. No, because the first two were funny as fuck. Now it was a lot of action,
Yeah.
but I just felt like the mystique of the first two for me personally, because like those are like two of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Those two movies are up there with Life and shit for me. But like watching it, man, I felt that the route that they took, it was good to see that they was able to bring, you know what I'm saying, Rosewood and Taggart back, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. They brought Surge back. Ah man, that was funny.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know none of these names.
Oh man, what? Ah,
Never seen
but
Beverly Hills Cop a day in my life.
man, I would turn this camera off.
I'm sorry, bro. Listen, okay, listen. I'm glad we got to this point because there's a bunch of movies that people love I've never seen a day in my life.
Yo,
I've never seen The
that
Color Purple. I've never seen The Temptations. No, I have seen The Temptations movie. That's not what I'm talking about. 5 Heartbeats. Never seen 5 Heartbeats. I never seen 48 Hours. None of them.
what?
None
You
of
never
them.
seen 48 Hours? Oh
None of them.
man.
I never seen Beverly Hills Cop. I'm trying to think what's some other ones that people talk about all the time.
Yo, that's crazy.
I don't know. If you come up with them, I probably haven't seen them. I promise you.
That's
It's a
crazy,
lot.
dude.
It's a lot of shit I have not seen, bro.
So you don't get the Roxanne. You don't even get it, do you?
Does
You have
nothing.
to-
It does nothing.
ah,
Does nothing.
yo, him and Nick Nolte together. Yo, that
So
shit is
was Nick Nolte in
crazy.
it?
Yes, Nick Nolte
Okay.
is the damn main. Him is Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte, man. 48 hours and another 48 hours.
Yeah.
Oh man. But I'm telling you though, no, for real, like real talk. The first now,
So
the
Nick Nolte
second,
ain't in Beverly Hills Cop.
no.
Okay.
He's in
Yeah.
48 hours.
Okay. Yeah. I don't. I know he was with Nick Nolte in one of the movies. I know that for sure.
Yes.
But see,
Yes.
this is okay. This is the thing though. Like he had that little stretch where he was doing like hella buddy cop movies.
Yes. He
That's
did.
not a good thing, bro. I'm not a
But
fan
the
of buddy
thing
cop
is,
movies for real.
now he wasn't a cop in 48
Right.
hours.
Right.
He was a convict, and he was. I
Helping
forget
out.
why. Yeah, I forget why he was helping him.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember if it was like, I think maybe the dude set him up or
Mm-hmm.
something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But he wasn't technically a cop.
Right.
But in Beverly Hills Cop, he's more of, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to Detroit, he's a dude that always, you know what I'm saying, fucking up some shit. You know what I mean?
And it's in
For the
Detroit.
most part. But the movies
See,
are
that's how
based.
you know. That's how you know the '80s was racist than a motherfucker, bro. A
But the
black
funny
cop
part,
in Detroit, that's too obvious.
Yeah, and then he goes out to Beverly Hills with a fucking Detroit Lions jacket, and he brought the Detroit Lions jacket back too. You know what I'm saying? He had the Detroit Lions jacket
Of
on,
course, of course.
and he had the Adidas on. He had in the other Beverly Hills guy.
See, that's the thing too, bro. I think that's another thing that we got to talk about too, right? Like when they going to do these, not necessarily remakes, but when they continuing like these old IPs that was out in like the 80s and the early 90s and shit, you gotta make sure you targeting it towards that audience. Cause like this new generation, no, I'm sure them niggas is like me. They never seen Beverly Hills Cop whatsoever. Them niggas probably don't even know Eddie Murphy did stand up.
But this version of this is what I'm saying. The people that are getting introduced to this Eddie Murphy, like I just think that they wouldn't understand, and I think that's why this movie kind of went the way that it went because the X-rated X Murphy that we know that we grew up on is completely different from this action folk. Like
Mhm.
even the action folk, like he was dressed the part,
Yeah.
but and he destroyed shit like he normally do.
Mhm.
But it was kind of like I don't know, man. Like there was one scene in the movie, right, which they show in the trailer.
Oh, it's a
Um,
movie.
yeah,
I thought it was a show, man.
man. You know what? I'm hitting the button on your ass,
I'm
man.
sorry,
What the
man. I
fuck
thought
is
it was a
going
fucking
on?
show.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Okay. So there was one part where he went out to Beverly Hills. He's trying to help on that shit. Gets arrested because he asked for a phone call. Now all of a sudden, Axel
Who
Foley
Axel
got his
Foley
fucking
got arrested?
yeah. Well, every time he go to Beverly Hills, he got a whole rap sheet in Beverly Hills
He's a
for how
cop.
many times he got it. Yeah, of how many times he got arrested in Beverly Hills, right?
That's another
So,
reason why this shit ain't working right. Nigga, he's a cop. How's he getting arrested?
well, because he's out of his jurisdiction, he's doing shit he don't supposed to be doing.
Come on, man. That ain't how that shit
So,
work. That ain't how that
so,
shit work, man.
so he's in there, and they giving him his phone call.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, now Axel Foley got a fucking daughter. That's a lawyer. We never fucking heard of. Now,
Yeah, that's crazy.
but this is the thing though. So in Beverly Hills Cop 3, the
Mm-hmm.
worst movie to ever come out,
Mm-hmm.
he got with the lady that worked at the stupid ass Wonder World. So they apparently the way they set it up was they had a baby together, but they divorced.
Oh.
And so she is the baby, but she don't fuck with him because went
Went
he
nowhere to
went
be
back to
found.
Detroit.
Leave. Yeah.
Well, he went back to Detroit to be a cop, and she raised her in
Of course.
L.A. or whatever. And
Who plays the
so,
daughter?
you know what? Oh, man, what's her name? I seen her in a lot of stuff too. Um, yo, I forget her name. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. The daughter was Taylor Page.
Name sound
What she
familiar.
played in? She played in Zola. She played in Mom Rainey's Black Bottom. She played in High School Musical. I'm trying to think what I might have saw. I saw her in
Oh,
Mom Rainey.
oh, I know who it is. Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah. So so this what pissed me off about the scene was so he's on the phone and he was like, what was her name in the movie? Her name was Jane. So he'd be like, Jane, don't hang up. It's your father. And then she hangs up. And then he's like, hey, man, did y'all pay y'all phone bill, man? 'Cause the phone keep hanging up. It's like, no, they did the shit 3 times because she kept hanging up on him because she didn't want to talk to him. But it was like, you can tell Eddie was trying to be funny, but the shit didn't come off funny. And like, that's what I mean. Like, it's just the way he's trying to be funny now, it don't hit like it don't slap like he used to slap. And for me, the last couple of movies that Eddie Murphy did, like he just hasn't been that guy that we know. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't watch this, but he did that Candy Cane Lane, You People, Coming to America. Um, Now I know you liked him in Dolomite Is My Name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but but when you look at his last like few movies, like Mr. Church, he played a serious person in that
Mm-hmm.
movie. But it's just like the last couple of things that he's done, like it just hasn't been like not the Eddie Murphy that we know. You know what I'm saying? The Eddie Murphy that we grew up on. But dude,
Yeah.
I cannot believe I'm telling you, you would fuck with the first two Beverly Hill Cops, especially the
Right.
two. Two's the best one. That's when that's the one that had what's that tall motherfucking name? Oh man, oh man, dated Flavor Flav, tall blonde lady. Um, oh man, she was what's that motherfucking name?
You
And
talking about Bridget Nelson?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, that's when she actually looked like a human being. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that was like 1989 or some shit. So
Hey, bro. Was you ever like was you like into like VH1 and shit when they had like road rules and all that shit on there?
Uh, not religiously. I mean, I might have like seen it on, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but like it wasn't really my lane necessarily.
Okay. They had I don't know if it was real world, if it was road rules, or if it was something different. I know it wasn't road rules for sure because that was like the competition shit. It might have been like the celebrity version of real. It might not even been. I don't think it was real world either. But they had a celebrity version of like what they did with Real World. I forgot what they called it, but this led into Flavor of Love. Like this, how Flavor Flav got Flavor of Love. He was on this
Mhm.
show, and Bridget Nelson was also on that show, and they were dating,
Yeah, you want to talk about the most unlikely of couples? That was
bruh.
the funniest couple I've ever seen in my
That
life,
shit
man.
was so crazy. It was Flavor Flav, Bridget Nelson, Tommy Lee, the dude that smashed Pam Anderson on the tape, and the famous drummer. I forgot what his band was, but famous drummer Tommy Lee. And then it was like um Willis from Good Times. I forgot what his name is too. Which I should actually know his name, but it escaped me right now. But he played Willis on Good Times. Not Good Times. The fuck is that show called, bro? What
we talking
was
about
it?
Willis?
Was it Webster or what's happening?
No.
No, what's happening is rerun. It
Oh
wasn't
man,
Webster,
what's
was
the
it?
name of that show? Boy, we gonna slap ourselves when we.
With Mr. Damn, I forgot what the dad's name was. Mr.
I
Drummer.
for, I forget, but I
Uh
know what you're talking about.
Hold on, bro. Hey, mom,
Yeah, this is
what
calling
show was
his.
Willis on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Webster? Was it Webster? Yeah. Okay. Gotta figure this shit out now, bro.
Yo, that's crazy.
Different strokes. Thank you.
Different strokes.
Different
God
strokes
dog.
for different folks. Dang, bro, that's crazy. But yeah, so he was on Todd Bridges. That's that nigga name, Todd Bridges. It was Todd Bridges. It was Tommy Lee, Bridget Nelson, Flavor Flav, and like a couple other people, and they was all in the house together. Like all the shit you see now. Like VH1 started all that shit, and they had them on there, and it was all the celebrities, like all the old ass celebrities. I think like Danny Bonaducci was on there or some shit. Like it was a wild ass list of celebrities, like niggas that used to be like super famous and just fell off big time. They put all
Yeah.
them in the house together. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. And that's how they started Flavor of Love. because he was messing with Bridget Nelson. Then they ended up getting the show, and it didn't go through. And then they did the Flavor of Love show. Wild shit, bro. That was a wild time on TV.
Yeah, that was. I'm telling you, man. You if you're an Eddie Murphy fan, you will
Yeah,
fuck with Beverly Hills Cop. But this new one though, I just feel like, and I feel like this with a lot of movies, man. It's a lot of bits and pieces of trying too much. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Where it's like a reach. I felt like it was like that with the next movie that we're gonna be covering. Like there was a few reaches in there,
hmm
and I felt like in this one there was a few reaches where it's just like, come on, y'all, like y'all trying to be too funny right here, and the
absolutely.
shit didn't catch. And I think that they did a bit of that in this movie, but with it coming out on Netflix, which is not it's not a slouch or anything like that.
hmm
But it's just I think that that's just really the way of, to me, because the mystique of Beverly Hills Cop. I mean,
hmm
because if you think about it, the last one that came out was like 93 or 94, and it was a dud.
Yeah,
So they're like, all right, so if we're gonna bring back Beverly Hills Cop, obviously it's not gonna be a theater release. So I don't blame them of going that route. I
shit.
mean,
It could have
even
been. It could have been. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't know if they would have made back what they put in. Because there,
They
there was a
probably would
lot
have.
of, because the whole thing about Beverly Hills Cop, if you know the history of it, is it's going to be a lot of shit being destroyed. So it's going to be
hmm
costing a lot of money of destroying a lot of shit, because that's what Axel Foley does.
Yeah.
He's just everything like it always works out, but
Some shit gonna be
what it
fucked up.
cost, yeah, what it cost
Yeah.
for it to happen, it's kind of like that with Bad Boys in a way. It's like y'all are good cops, but y'all cost us a lot of money
You
in
know.
fucking damages and shit like that.
What other movie does that?
Uh,
Fast and fucking Furious.
yeah,
They
they
destroy
always
a
get, yeah,
lot of shit.
they do destroy a lot of shit.
Yeah, with them fucking cars, bro. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole either, though, because
Nah, let's not do that
that's fucking ridiculous.
today.
The shit that they did in that movie with that whole franchise, I'm surprised they got 10 of them. There's supposed to be 11. They got
Yeah,
11
because
of
it was a
them.
part one. Yeah, part 10 was a part one.
Part
They ended it.
one,
Yeah, they ended it on a cliffhanger, man.
my nigga. What more can you? I got to do it now. What more can you do in a car, bro?
Well, this is the thing. So,
I mean, at
so the
this
way,
point, come on, fam.
man. Well, first of all, The Rock is back. You know what I'm saying? Which he told
Um,
everybody he was done. He was like, I ain't doing no more. I can't work with Van Diesel.
I
And now
don't.
he's back because he was at the end credit shit. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Hobbs popped up all of a sudden.
Hey
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
no, it's enough. We've had enough. When I seen Vin Diesel drive a souped up Dodge Charger across the ice, and I'm talking about he wasn't slipping, he wasn't sliding, he ain't lose control. I mean, this shit, the
No,
tires on this fucking car was amazing on ice.
no.
I
That ain't even the part. I'm gonna tell you what really got me. It ain't the space shit. It ain't none of that. I'm
yeah,
gonna tell you what really fucked me up. And this happened on two separate occasions in two different movies.
yeah,
Where this motherfucker he's running out of road.
of course.
He jumps off of a bridge
Oh my god.
and happened to get the tire to latch onto something, and then it swings him around.
And it comes off in just enough time for him to land back on the road perfectly with no issues.
Yo,
Tires don't bust, transmission ain't bad. Nothing fucks up about this car. I'm cool, bro.
I'm like,
I'm gonna
yo,
tell you when I gave up on Fast and Furious, the whole franchise. I don't know. I forgot what movie it is, but these niggas had Dodges, regular Dodge cars, souped up Dodge cars, or whatever, however you want to put it. They was dragging that big ass vault on the fucking highway, bro. Hey man, when I seen that shit, I said,
you do
"Yeah, I'm
you
done."
do know that this part 10, that's what it's about. So the vault that they stole,
Yeah,
Jason Momoa was the son of that guy.
Oh my god! Yeah,
So they brought that up.
Let's fast forward this shit, bro. Because this shit ain't gonna do nothing to piss me the fuck off, man.
Dude, they reenacted scenes from that movie, from that boat movie, that part. That's why Paul Walker was in the movie. Was because they was replaying that part, but they was showing you different versions. Because like they showed you a part where like when the guy was in his office and like they saw that the vault was stolen, he got up and ran off. They re-showed that part, but they turned the screen around and Jason Momoa was sitting in there. But they didn't show him.
Let Paul Walker rest in peace and put an end to this bullshit. Okay, enough is enough. Damn, Star Wars didn't drag it out like this. This is ridiculous, bro. 10, 11 movies to tell a story about niggas racing cars, and they don't even.
They ain't even racing no more.
They stopped racing cars after Tokyo Drift, bro.
They don't even race no more, man.
They just use them and they just doing a bunch of heists. That's it.
And now it feels like those scenes where they, you know, the whole part where everybody's sitting there with their hood up and girls walking around. It's like that's forced now. It don't even feel natural like it used to.
They don't have them no more. Nobody's doing that no more. When is the last time you went out and seen a gathering where everybody had their cars out and shit like that, and everybody just in the parking lot chilling? I haven't seen that since like 2014.
Yo, but while we talking about it, I gotta talk about this, man. I was telling somebody about this today. There's somebody in this apartment complex. Mm-hmm. Man, they got a souped up Chrysler 300, right? But it sound like they took an engine out of a Mustang and put it in
that bad boy. Remember when the Hemis was a thing?
Yes.
That shit was
but this car sounds terrible.
Man, that's crazy, bro. That's some Fast and Furious shit. That's some shit you're gonna see on Fast and Furious. They're gonna take some cars that's not supposed to be souped up and they're gonna soup them up. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Vin Diesel racing a souped up Model T Ford, bro. I'm sorry. At this point, what the fuck else can they not do, bro? These motherfuckers, first and foremost, if they would just get regular, normal jobs with the skills that they have, they'd be beyond rich. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Ludacris should have been at a fucking IT place or working for the CIA or something. He can hack into anything. I forgot what Tyrese even do. I forgot what his character
He don't do nothing.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck his character does. Vin Diesel, he could have been in NASCAR. He could have been in all kind of shit, man. It's just they took this whole franchise just to hell.
Yo, that one scene when Jason Momoa stole Vin Diesel's son, and then Vin Diesel gave him the look, and then he turned the motherfucking wheel.
Vin Diesel got a son?
Yeah, he had a son with check this out. So when he thought that Letty was dead, right? Because Letty, like, quote unquote, died in the fifth one or whatever.
Okay, I remember this. That's when he had to go save a girl because they had her kidnapped on the plane, right?
Well, that was after, but yes, because he met her during 5. Yeah, after Letty, he thought Letty was dead, and then he started, you know what I'm saying? Back. Yeah, but she didn't have her memory.
Right.
So then he had to convince her.
I think she was with La Plaga.
Blaga. Something like that. Braga.
Braga.
She was with Braga. Yeah. And so he was smashing her, and then when he saw Letty, he tried to get her to get her memory back, but he had already got old girl pregnant.
Yeah. And
so then old girl died. And then in 7, if I'm not mistaken, and then so him and Letty is raising the baby or whatever. So now the baby he's a teenager now, and so then they in this part.
This nigga can drive too.
No, he's not driving. He's in the passenger seat. He's in the passenger seat. And he's looking at him, so they give each other this look. Mm-hmm. And so the look means this is what the look means. I'm gonna turn my car around. I'm gonna sling my door open, and you're gonna jump out of that car into my car, and we just did that all off eye contact. Yo, I saw that part. I said, "Boy, if y'all don't get the fuck out of my face with this bullshit, but that shit was." Hey, I said, "Boy, y'all need to stop."
This nigga was chasing somebody, caught up with him, was able to maintain the same speed, then turn his car around and reverse and still maintain the same speed and save
Oh
his
no,
son in one
no,
fell swoop.
his son jumped out the car while the cars were going like this,
All
my
right,
guy.
man. All right, yeah, I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. That's crazy, bro. What are we talking about at this point? What are we doing?
Yo, but I'm telling you, boy, Fast and Furious, but it's
Bro,
something else,
the
but.
sick. We need to sick Dr. Umar on the Fast and Furious whole new franchise. Let him break that shit down, bro. 'Cause what are we
Nah,
doing,
because
man?
Dr. Umar, man, I saw a clip. What, yesterday when I see that clip, he's just, man. We talking about rap beef. That asked this motherfucker rap beef conversation. He went in this whole shit about damn Kendrick need to bring the community together to build a school and all type of shit instead of having a party.
Hey, man. He
Like,
gotta
man,
stay on brand, bro. He gotta stay on brand, bro.
man, I'm like, man, come on, man. This is a rap
Still the
beef.
funniest man on the internet to me, for sure.
Nah, don't get me wrong. He funny.
You ever
He
catch
funny.
one
He
of his
funny as
live
hell.
videos?
Nah, I don't be on Dr. Umar like
Hilarious.
that.
He on there preaching about something, and a group of women go past. Whatever he was talking about did not matter at that time. This nigga just started hollering at him, and then got back talking about we got to stay focused. No, nigga, you got to stay focused. What the fuck we talking about? You're the one distracted, brother. Nobody else, bro. Nobody else. All right, look, man. So I heard some rumblings about this, and I thought that this was a very, very interesting um question because we
Okay.
talked about Eddie Murphy earlier. Um and the question was, does Eddie Murphy's old work still hold up today? Right?
Okay.
And for me at least, like the movies that they were talking about was like, you know what I'm saying, another 48 hours, in 48 hours, and Beverly Hills Cop and Harlem Nights, and like all of those older movies, like when he was like the man, right?
Hmm.
And I heard I was listening to a podcast when that's asking about this, but I heard somebody say that they watched coming excuse me, Coming to America, but they don't watch it, like they've never finished it after. Well, they watched it the first time. They watched everything through the first time, but they stopped the movie at the train scene.
What?
Yeah, that shit it boggled my mind. I'm like, what are you talking about? You stop it at the train scene? Because they said that all the way up until that point, like the movie is hilarious, is good, everything else. But then like when they get to the end, where like, you know what I'm saying, he get Lisa back and all that shit, then you know what I'm saying, it don't matter. I'm like, bro, that's the wildest shit I've ever heard. So do you, like, because I'm not sure how much you watched like old Eddie Murphy films and stuff like that, but do you think that they still hold up today as far
One
as,
thousand percent.
yeah, yeah,
One
I agree.
thousand percent. What?
I agree.
Harlem
Cause
Nights?
bro,
Don't
them
like.
two,
Don't.
Coming to America and Harlem Nights, them two, untouchable.
Yeah, untouchable. Like to the point where, like, it's literally what the word is untouchable. You can't reduplicate it.
Absolutely.
Like you can't. I don't even think you can get all of the top comedians today
Hmm.
and try to reduplicate that movie with newer people. It's just like those people was literally made for that movie. Like you can't redo it. Like there's not
I
another Red
think you could,
Fox. There.
excuse me. I think you could do Harlem Nights though. You would have to change it drastically. You could keep the same storyline. You could keep the same plot, all that. You would just have to change the time period. So it wouldn't be like, I think they was in the 30s or 40s or something
Yeah,
like
that
that,
was
or
like
maybe the 20s.
yeah.
you would have to at least change it to like the 70s or the 80s.
I mean, it's possible. I don't know if it'd be as good.
Yeah.
Um, it's definitely. I mean, anything's possible, but I just don't think it would be as good. But like a lot of the movies that you mentioned, like you know what I'm saying, the 48 Hours, another 48 Hours, Beverly Hill Cops,
Hmm.
Trading Places.
Oh, Trading
Um,
Places. I will say this. To me, that's one of his best movies.
okay, that's interesting.
One of his best movies. And the crazy part is like he's not even in most of the movie. It's really just Dan Aykroyd that's really in majority of this movie. But that's one of his best films.
Yeah, and Boomerang. You know what I'm saying? That's still kind of in that time period
I
because
don't
that was
know,
early
man.
'90s though. Early
Yeah,
'90s,
but
like
I don't know.
'92 or
I don't
something.
know. It okay. So to me, it still holds up because it's that good. But I'm saying like I don't know if Boomerang is one of the movies that people will fuck with today.
I can see that. I can
It's
see
a
what you're
lot of
saying.
misogyny in the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's some
Yeah, but it's really flipped though. And I don't think people understood that's necessarily what the boomerang stood for.
yeah,
Was that you know what I'm saying? He turned into like the female.
right.
You know what I'm saying? When he was a certain way, but then what I'm saying when it got what I'm saying flipped around on him, then he became that same role of what he was doing to other people, to other females and stuff.
Yeah. But I mean
So
like he stole David Allen Greer girl.
he did,
Uh
he did.
Martin was
But
Martin was raunchy as fuck in that movie.
true, but David Allen Greer always said, "Yo, me and Angela just friends." Now, I'm not saying he was wrong.
That's true.
I'm
That's
not
true.
saying he was right, but he did say, "Yo, me and Angela, we just cool. We just cool. We
Yeah.
just friends. We just hang out." But but I think that was like a part of him that was like afraid to. I think
Man,
that the reason why
he wasn't getting no cheeks, man.
I think he felt that she was out of his league, and I think that's why he never really tried to put a move on her.
Yeah, he was a buster for sure.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that what Eddie did was right. I'm just saying, like,
No, no, it was right. It was right.
man, I'm not doing this with you, man.
He was
You
a
know,
buster, bro.
I mean, he was, but it just, but to answer your question, like, yes, to me they hold up, but see, I think to me that's my issue because
Hmm.
those movies was so good and he was so
Hmm.
funny. Is that now when I look at like the last couple of ones he done, it's like they don't slap no more. And I
See,
know a lot of people.
do you think? And I ain't mean to cut you off, but do you think like Nutty Professor?
Certain parts of it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I was feeling
because
too.
like for me, the Nutty Professor movies, because I think that Eddie might have went a little too far with the because he did the Norbit shit too, and it's kind of like because I remember that was like what I'm saying a small community that was going after Eddie because they was like, yo,
Hmm.
why you portraying fat black women this way? You know what I'm saying? Because like there's certain characters that when he played, that like some people was like, yo, like it's not like that, or we're not like that, or whatever the case may be. So
Yeah,
he
but
did get a
see that
little.
that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Like that's why I was like when I had heard them ask the question, I thought it was such a great question because I'm like, yo, I don't know if because I know for sure Delirious and Raw out of here. There's no way that shit
Yes.
stands up. Just off content alone, that's not gonna stand up. I thought about Harlem Nights, and I'm like, I think Harlem Nights could be the one that does it. Like Harlem Nights is gonna be the one. Coming to America is definitely gonna be the one that stands the test of time because there's not nothing in there that's super offensive. It's really not nothing in there that's offensive at all for real. But it's not really nothing in there that's like super offensive.
Does
Um,
Life land in there? Came out '99.
no, I don't think so. I can't see
Yeah.
life landing in there because it's
Okay.
it's it's not really to me. It's nothing in life that if you go back and watch it, you'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe that. It's really just a movie about two dudes who make a bad decision, end up going to jail, and getting cheated by
I
the
don't
chick. If
even.
anything, that might be the perfect movie for right now.
The thing is, like, and this is something that I didn't realize early on in life watching it, is
Mhm.
that we're watching two guys who was wrongly convicted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
the
exactly.
movie's so funny you forget.
Yeah,
Like
you
they
like
didn't do,
all the even you. It's so good that you forget that racism even plays any kind of part in this
yeah,
movie. Like
yeah.
they go down south and then they go into the store and they like, I just want some pie. And he like, nah, man, I don't think you should be, what I'm saying, coming in this
Yeah.
store. Nah, man, we gonna
He
get
said,
some pie.
I'm about to say, how
Hey,
many? He said, how
how
much it
much
gonna
it gonna
cost to
take
turn one of them white only pies
to
to nigga
nigga pie?
pie?
Yeah, she turned that motherfucker around and said, how about I turn y'all to nigga pies? He said, oh,
He
I
said,
see
so
what
you say
you're
about
doing.
2 miles down the road.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Life for sure. I think Coming to America and Life are definitely two of them that if you put them out now, like if those were to be released in this time, it wouldn't be an issue. It wouldn't be an issue at all.
Well,
Especially
and
Life.
then the turn that he took, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's why we're not getting that Eddie anymore,
Yeah.
because then he got into Dr. Doolittle and Shrek, and he got into, what I'm saying, all of that type stuff. And it's like we didn't get that same type of comedy that we got out of
Shrek
him
definitely
anymore.
couldn't come out now.
I heard there's supposed to be another one coming.
Boy, it's gonna be watered down like a motherfucker. Because if you go back and
That's
watch
what
the
I'm
first
saying.
Shrek,
Everything is getting watered down.
yeah, if you go back and watch the first Shrek, it's some wild ass jokes in that first Shrek. Like when they first come to what is it, Duloc? When they first come to go see Laura Farquaad and they press the little button and the little things are singing, and then they turn around and bend over and they don't continue the line, but then they, you know what I'm saying, like going, bro. Yeah, it's some wild shit in Shrek, bro. Shrek is one of them movies that, like, if you a parent watching this with your child, it's gonna entertain you because of the shit that's in there. Like your kid ain't gonna get it, but you are definitely
Yeah.
gonna know exactly what's going on. So yeah, I fuck with Shrek, but it's not. I don't think Shrek could be able to be put out right now.
Yeah, it's a different time. It's like, and then also it's a different audience. And I think that
Mm-hmm.
what they're trying to do is they're trying to satisfy the masses, but not trying to satisfy the diehards. And
Yeah.
I think that's why when it comes to Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F is he brought back the Detroit jacket. He
Mm-hmm.
brought back the tight blue jeans. He
Mm-hmm.
brought back the fucking Adidas. So it's like, yeah, we seeing the outfit, but we're not getting the content. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Exactly. You know what
So
else?
it's
You know what else? A movie that's super super underrated of his that I
what's
know
that?
for sure wouldn't be able to be fucked with right now. Like if they put that shit out, they might get canceled all the way through and through. Bowfinger,
Yeah, him and Steve Martin.
bruh. You talking about you talking about edgy comedy? Bowfinger is a wild ass movie. It's a
Yeah,
movie about making a movie, but it's wild in the motherfucker
yeah, and I
though.
think people they're so scared of the PC
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
that it's like it's nothing slaps like it used to slap.
Well, I don't know because during these times we've had Deadpool movies,
Well,
and Ryan Reynolds is very raunchy in these Deadpool films.
yeah,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
that that is that
He's
is.
very very raunchy in these Deadpool films, and I'm talking about like like I just recently rewatched the first and second Deadpool, and it's like, yo, this nigga is wilding. He is wild. Like it's a scene in the movie where he get ripped in half and they pick him up, and like he got regenerative powers. So
Yeah,
he's growing like his legs back.
growing like little limbs back. Yeah,
Yeah, so he's sitting on the couch with the blind lady, and he got
with
like
the
little
black
baby
blind
legs.
lady. Yeah,
Yeah, with little baby legs and shit, and like they walking in, and they like the fuck, like it's some wild shit. Like I remember when he had got burnt up and he went back to the bar to go see old dude, and then he was talking to dude. Dude was like, "Yeah, your face looked like an avocado fucked an extremely older avocado." And they had jokes like, like there's no way, bro. There's no way this should be out. Like, and people are allowing this to be out. So I don't know. I think some
uh,
shit could pass. I think you just got to do it in a clever way. Like I feel like Deadpool is done in such a clever way. Like you're not gonna be offended because this is it's already rated R, but it's supposed to be straight comedic. Everything about this is
yeah,
supposed to be jokes. So I mean, it's a possibility for some stuff to come out. I don't know how well like Boomerang would do, only because it's funny, but it's not funny for everybody. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like Deadpool is funny for everybody. Coming to America is funny for everybody. Harlem Nights is even funny for everybody. But Boomerang ain't funny for everybody. Boomerang is like that one. He was like, "Hey, look, this is for y'all." You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
this is for my people right here. This is we got a black rom com. Boom, here you go. Like that shit is strictly for us for real. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of people that love the movie, but like if you're not tapped into the culture, especially during that time, you
Exactly. Yeah,
wasn't gonna know shit about what was going on in that film outside of just the you know what I'm saying the top layer of the whole rom com thing. You know what I'm saying? He falling in love with a girl, he changing and shit like that. But like you ain't gonna get none of the references, you ain't gonna get none of the jokes. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna know who a lot of these people are. Like niggas don't know who Grace Jones is. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't gonna
yeah.
know no shit like that. Shit, even Eartha Kitt, a lot of niggas ain't know who Eartha Kitt was. Um, that's you know what? That'd be a hard ass film to recast though.
Damn, we should have talked about that when we did the recast the thing.
Yeah, now that well,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to okay, so like maybe like Eartha Kitt would be played by Jennifer Lewis. You know what I'm saying? I know she played everybody mama in TV, but in movies, but I think she
I
could. I,
mean,
I think she could play that role.
I can see that.
um, I'm trying to think. Definitely put Jennifer Lewis in Eartha Kitt spot. I would put
Okay.
Naomi Campbell in Grace Jones spot. Um,
Okay. You want
for
to know another
Martin,
reason why? You want to know another movie? Why? Another reason that movie went, the fucking freaky ass uh one dude, like the light
yeah,
skinned dude with the bald
the bald
head.
head,
Yo,
yeah.
that motherfucker.
You know what? No, you know what? I think that part would fly. I think he would be able to get. Now I don't know who you would put in his role. That's a tough one. I don't know who you would be able to put in that role,
Hey
but
man, he was.
I think that would they'd be able to pull that off. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
I think like for Martin's role, you could probably put like Kevin Hart in that. Um, I don't know who you would put in David Allen Greer's role. That's the tough one for me. That's a
So you
super tough
said. So you
one.
said Kevin Hart. So uh, yeah, that is a tough one.
Because
'Cause I'm
I
trying
feel
to
like
think of
Kevin Hart
somebody
could
in
definitely
that
play that.
age group of who could play. But then like who gonna be
In
David
Eddie's
Allen
role.
Greer's parents because it was John Witherspoon and
And
Mrs. Pearly. I
yeah,
don't know her real name. But
yeah.
like yeah, that'd be a tough
I
movie to
mean,
recast.
not for nothing. I mean, you could probably find I don't know somebody like you would have to find you definitely would have to find a comedian from the '90s to play that role, that John Witherspoon role for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe like an earthquake or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Somebody,
not a terrible idea.
maybe not Earthquake. Not Earthquake could pull that off.
That's
Um,
not a terrible idea.
Eddie Murphy's role too, though. That's tough too. Because
Yeah, I
now that
can't
I
even
think
think.
about it, you might not be able to put Kevin Hart in Martin's role.
Like, I still trying to think of somebody who could play Holly Berry's role.
Shit, Chloe Bailey.
Mm.
She got a little acting chops up under.
She does, but I
She
mean
got the look for it.
that was a big part, man. I
That's what I'm
mean,
saying. She got the look for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think who would you put as
I
Robin
think
Givens?
the Robin Givens part would be a little more tougher
Yeah,
than the Holly Berry part.
yeah. I could see Tiana Taylor playing that part.
It's not a bad idea.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it would be believable for her to play that part, especially knowing the role that Robin Givens had. Like she had this like not even like standoffish, but she was damn near like a dude basically.
Yeah,
Just the way she acted.
that's what it was.
And
Yeah, it
then
was
like
the
Tiana
boomerang
Taylor
shit.
being from like New York, you know what I'm saying? She got that, she can have that tough background, but she still got the look, the real very feminine look, like and she's pretty enough to pull it off. Like Tiana Taylor would kill that.
That's a good one. I like
Yeah,
that.
she would definitely kill that. The only thing is Eddie's role. And I gotta change Martin role now because you can't have Kevin Hart. You gotta have a younger crowd, right?
Yeah, because I think they was in their mid to early 30s
That's what I'm saying.
when they came out.
So what if nah, because Michael B. Jordan ain't that funny. God dang. That's
I
tough.
think I think when it comes to the David Allen Greer part,
Hmm.
I think John David Washington maybe. The only reason I say that is because when he,
You might want to put him in Eddie's role.
I don't, I've seen him be like funny and ballers,
Hmm.
but not comedian funny.
But see, that's okay. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said you might want to put him in Denzel. I mean, why the fuck am I saying Denzel? Because his son in Eddie's role. Because remember, Eddie was the straight man in this movie. He wasn't a comedy part. He
Yeah,
had funny parts, but he was the straight man in this movie. It was Martin and David Allen Greer that was the comedy parts. So I think he could do that. And he can make a few jokes here and there and get them off. You know what I'm saying? Nothing
yeah,
too crazy. So I think, yeah, John David Washington might be a good a good person to throw in there. You know what I'm
okay,
saying? The Martin part though, to me, that's the one that you gotta I don't know.
yeah. That's kind of
Cause I felt like Jesse T. Usher, the dude that played A Train in The Boys,
yeah.
I think he could do David Allen Greer's part.
Okay, that's not bad. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
I think that wouldn't be too bad. Um, I'm trying to think. The Martin one is crazy because he got to be
Yeah,
funny. He has to be funny.
yeah. And I'm trying to think of somebody in that age group, and it's like, you know what? I think I got one.
Talk to me.
Oh man, his name is right out. It's not there, but played Man Boy.
Oh, light skinned dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You know,
he.
as the Martin role, that could work though. You know who
I
I
don't
was
know.
thinking?
Melvin Gregg. That's his
Yeah,
name.
Melvin Gregg. Yeah. You know
Melvin
who I was
Gregg.
thinking of
Who?
in that Martin role? DC, bro.
See, I think DC might. It still sound crazy, but I feel like it'd be it's a little too much.
But Martin, that's what Martin was. Martin was too much.
Martin was he for that crowd, for that friend group, he was.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. It's not a bad suggestion.
Yeah.
And I had another one.
I take that back. I think I know who could possibly play the Eddie Murphy role. Cause now that I'm thinking of Chloe Bailey, they was in Blackish together. And the dude that plays I think her name Yara Shahidi. It's the dude that like play her on again, off again boyfriend. What the fuck is this dude's name? Hold on. What is that shit called? It's not Blackish, it's
Uh uh the Blackening.
no, not the
No,
Blackening.
no,
It's the spinoff of Blackish where they go to college. It's on like Freeform or some shit like that. Damn, what's that shit?
grown grownish.
Grownish. Yeah. Yup. What is this dude's name? He's been in some stuff. Um, Trevor Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Trevor Jackson could
Yeah,
play that. I think he could play that role.
yeah.
It's not a real serious role, and then it's not a real funny role. Like, and he got the look for it. You know what I'm saying? Like he can. He seemed like he could be able to carry that. You know what I mean? Especially with like a
Cause,
younger cast, he'd be perfect for that.
Cause I think DC would fit more in Chris Rock's role as the male guy.
Good call. That's a great call. That is a great call.
Yeah,
Yeah, because Chris Rock was. Yeah. That would be perfect.
yeah,
That would be perfect. Yeah,
yeah.
I like
Cause it's
that.
not too much of him, and
Yeah,
every time you see him, he extra. Chris Rock were extra as hell
absolutely,
every time you
absolutely.
saw him. Yeah.
You know what? Kevin Hart could play John Witherspoon's role.
Kevin Hart don't look old enough to be.
Shit.
So who do we say David Allen Greer dad was? I mean David Allen Greer was. You
You
see
said
what I'm
Melvin
saying?
Gregg. You said Melvin Gregg.
So Kevin Hart like he could be his dad. Well, I mean,
Yo,
unless
if
they put
John
makeup
Witherspoon didn't
on
look like he could be David Allen Greer's dad.
him. Yeah, he is.
Like I'm trying to think, like, bro, you would have to find like somebody who could like really play that corny. What's the nigga that played the nerd dude in Blackening?
I don't
Um,
know.
hold on, bro. Cause I feel like he could play that role.
And I had somebody else in mind, and I cannot
Jermaine
think of it.
Fowler. That's his name. Jermaine Fowler. I think he also was the dude that he played in the Coming to America too. He was Eddie's son in Coming to
Oh,
America.
he was Eddie's son. Got you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I think that'll work. Um, I don't know, man. It's a lot of them out there that you can kind of put in these roles, bro. Like Logan. Damn, what's her name? Logan.
I know you're talking about light skin.
Yeah, that was she played in the
Uh,
Netflix joints, Dear White People.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think she could possibly play Halle Berry's role because
Okay.
she real pretty, but
Yeah.
she ain't like super over the top. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like Halle Berry was just fine. Like Logan is just fine. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And she can play that type of role. You know what I'm saying? Like they can you know what I'm saying, water it down a little bit to look, you know what I'm saying, average. And then pow pow, she pop out, you be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I
Mhm.
could I could definitely see her playing that.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, that'd be
That's
nice.
a
That'd
good
be
one.
nice.
Yep.
Man, I'm trying to think. I think we got it all.
Yeah, I feel like it.
That's
Look,
that, man.
a good back to potting episode. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for
After being
sure.
off for a couple of weeks.
For sure, man. So let's go ahead and we don't really have no fire flames. We don't got nothing else. Let's jump into the coming soon.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be covering Bad Boys for Life. That was supposed to be this episode, but due to everything that happened, we felt like, you know what I'm saying, we could just get in and get, you know what I'm saying, like as I said, back to podding. But the next episode will be on Bad Boys for Life and
No, Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Ride or Die, yeah. Okay, so I got a story to tell you.
Uh-oh.
I don't this is why I should know the name of this Bad Boys movie. So I went to the app and I'm looking for Bad Boys to watch it, right? So I see Bad Boys for Life. I click it. Not the movie I thought I was gonna be watching. I'm like, man, I already seen this shit. So I go back and look again, and then I found out that it's the Ride or Die or whatever. What is it? It's Ride or Die, right?
Yeah, Ride or Die.
Yeah. So then I figured out that it was the Ride or Die one. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Which I feel like they should have changed that. Like this should have been Bad Boys for Life. That should have been Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Yeah.
Seeing how this is Bad Boys 4, but whatever. You know, never know. Um, so yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Bad Boys Ride or Die. I kept saying Bad Boys for Life. Shame. We are definitely gonna be covering that. Uh, so if you haven't seen it yet, do what you got to do to see it. If you have seen it, get ready. You know what I'm saying? Tune in with us, and that way, you know, you could tell us what you did and didn't like. You know what I'm saying? Where we was wrong, where we was right, all that good stuff. If you enjoyed this episode, if you didn't enjoy this episode, if you have better casting options for a remake of Boomerang for us, hit us up on the socials. Let us know on Instagram and Twitter at ViewerNonPod, on Facebook VA Pod Watch Group, on YouTube Viewers Anonymous. Make sure you leave comments and everything on the videos. And last but not least, go to patreon.com/viewers anonymous. Become a member, and you too could be a viewer like us. And if you like to follow me on Twitter at Scoots Bronson. Link tree in the bio. You can follow me everywhere else there.
And y'all can find me at s.foster8 on Instagram, X, and on TikTok. Also, follow the podcast 28 Minutes or Less. I couldn't even tell you the last episode because I've taken a break from that as well. But I do got an idea for a new episode, so be on the lookout. If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe now. And that's all I got, man.
That's what's up, man. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. Without you, there could be no us. And until the next time, like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.